A very good morning to all the students and the faculty who are uh, waiting eagerly for the round 2 session. So we'll start off with some of the best works of the week. So let me start sharing my screen. So these are the best works that were uploaded by students between 1st of August to 6th of August. The image that you see here is quite interesting. It is part of the explosion as a theme done by one of the students. So we'll review it as we go forward. But I really love the concept and how playful it is and how nicely three-dimensionally that has been captured. All right, so the first work is by Sahana BM. So she has explored starfish through different methods: scoring, crumpling, stacking, origami, cutting, and quilling. So good work, Sahana. And another beautiful work by Tamanna. So see how the representation of the frog changes through different methods, but the theme or the intention is communicated, still communicated. Very nice exploration, Tamanna. So great work. Again, Manasvi has taken up horse and used different techniques to create all these different forms of horse. So very nice work. And Manasvi has also done this a single horse with different techniques. All right, so there is curling, there is stacking, there is origami, there is fringing. So beautifully done, Manasvi. So next is by Sarah. So the 3D forms using paper. So by scoring and folding techniques, she has done a fantastic work. Herringbone, poppet, tricone pixels, X forms, and Mura fold. So very good exploration, Sarah. So keep doing this work. Now, you must be wondering, okay, how this student has done in one go. So there would be multiple attempts by any student. So it's not possible for anybody to just do it in one attempt, but the patience, persistence, practice, constant practice, and determination to do something marvelous keeps them going. All right, so keep that in mind. Smriti, I really love the way she has created these flower pots. So that is done through cutting and fringing of flowers, and the pot is done through quilling. Very nicely done. Even the other explorations are very nice, Smriti. So the next work is by Anvita. So just see how she has created a panda face, a panda form using pleats and quilling and then crumpling. The quilling could have been a bit more better, but I like the pleats and also the crumpling method, Anvita. So Parvati has done, again, explored the paper. In fact, last class was paper exploration. So that is the reason you are seeing a lot of works of paper, right? So I really love the quilling, how nicely she has done, and she has fit that into a guitar. So good work. And the X form has also come out nice. Origami has also come out nice. So all these techniques that you are learning, you have to practically use it when you are actually going for the advanced classes where you are doing the exercises of past year NID and NIFT papers. So it is not just a technique that you have learned and you can shelf it. No, you have to actually start using those techniques when you're doing your exercises later on. Okay. So another work by Parvati. So different other techniques. Good job. Sania Asif has explored weaving with straws. So that is pretty neatly done, weaving of two different colors that you can see here. So Sania, so you have got the technique. Now I would want you to create something meaningful something like a utilitarian thing, all right, with this technique, so that you would have achieved the entire purpose of the exercise. All right, Sania. So beautiful work by Ruchita Santosh, concept of buildings, okay, with cardboard, pretty neatly done. And I really love the background that you have also included. It looks really classy. Very nicely done work. Yeah, probably the cutting and scoring of this cardboard could have been paid more attention to. Okay, you could have ensured that there are not many these kind of gaps, and then the cuts are clean and neat. So again, that comes by practice. If you start doing it carefully with a conscious mind that okay, I need to do it nicely, then you'll definitely achieve that. Pratimesh has done again this X form. X form is neatly come, and the pleats are also pretty neatly done. So good job, Pratimesh. Hari Govind has explored with ice cream sticks. Really love the way this aeroplane form has come out. Neatly done, no joints seen. So very neatly done. Good job, Hari Govind. Nainika, so I think this is the highlight of last week's work. So the topic was explosion, and she has basically taken a kitten, basically jumping over these pumpkins to explode them. All right, so very nicely done with the clay and the wire, and see how beautifully the wire has been used to show that the small parts, the exploded parts, are floating in space. Right, Nainika? So very good work. Keep doing that fantastic work, Nainika. Now, so we have given the explosion as a topic for the last class for the advanced students for NID and NFT. So these are some of the works. Now they are pretty good, but how you can make it even better is when you're doing this exercises, please think from a 3D perspective, like a when you're making a model, it has to be three-dimensional. Okay, for example, you have created a face. Now this face is it almost looks like an extrusion, right? But you could have actually given a more 3D form, not like a box form, but like a spherical form for the face, so that it looks more interesting and it makes more sense. You see, all these material handling classes and the situation test exercises that are given to you, they're all meant to be 3D, three-dimensional. All right. So please try to think three-dimensionally and create a three-dimensional work. Okay. So I like the way that those things are like exploding from the head, right? So so very good concept. Okay, so good exploration as well. And Ishita Sharma has done this. Again, the topic is exploding, but what I feel is that it is more two-dimensional. So again, Ishita, if you can think from a third dimension point of view, that would be great. And I also like the way that you have used this yellow string and then yellow pins hanging there, and there is a color flow of color that is happening, like okay, blue pins and then blue cloth. All right, so that is all quite interesting, but you can take this to the next level by actually making them three-dimensional. So what I mean by three-dimensional is, see, because you have taken a flat surface, whatever you are adding onto the flat surface will make it look two-dimensional. So if you have something three-dimensional as a base, and you whatever you work on top of it will naturally make it three-dimensional. All right. So, and also please give attention in terms of how you are cutting the thermocol. So we'll be having thermocol maybe after 2 weeks. So those who are not comfortable with thermocol can attend the class and start practicing. Okay. Good job, Ishita. Right. So Mohita. So now this is a good approach of three-dimensional model. All right. So you can actually see that this is a three-dimensional model. And what she could have done is probably added more of these of different sizes, these spikes of different sizes and different colors at different heights. So that would have made the entire model a bit more dense and more interesting as well. Okay, Mohita? So good job. And there were other works as well, but I have picked few. So when you are doing your work, please ensure that your work is absolutely neatly composed. Okay, so nice. Take the nice photographs of your work and present it, because all those matters a lot. Okay, so the quote of the week is by our man Albert Einstein. So he says creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else has ever thought. All right. So you are seeing the same stuff, but then you are interpreting it in a different way. Now, when we are talking about thinking, especially when you're doing these material handling classes, so what is that you're thinking when you're doing your model? So always, now you cannot keep your mind empty, right? So mind is always engaged. So if you're not thinking consciously, your mind is thinking subconsciously about something else, right? So maybe if you're not thinking consciously during these 3 hours of time, your mind will be thinking, hey, what is happening on Facebook, or maybe about that movie, this movie, etc., and you'll get completely defocused. So you have to systematically think when you are doing your creative exercises or sketching and etc. And what you should be doing is you should be constantly posing questions. All right. For example, when you take this model, when you're working on this model, okay, so how do I make it more interesting? How I can use, what technique I can use? Okay, I'm using paper. What technique can I use to depict that kind of an explosion? Is there a technique that I can use? Is there a technique that I can probably create using these materials? All right. So the constant thinking has to be going back of your mind. Okay. And constant questioning. Okay. Is this neat? Is this clear? Are the color combinations good, bad? What other colors I can add to make it more interesting? Am I following the design principles or not? Are my joints neat or not? So whichever joint is not good, okay, how do I make it neat, clean? So these are the kind of constant questions that should be going all through when you're making a model, such that your outcome will be good. All right. So if you're not asking questions, then you're not engaging your mind in the process, and then you start feeling bored, or I don't know what to do, or you not have any ideas, etc. So the key is thinking, and that is what even Albert Einstein says. So creative people think, okay, where no one ever has ever thought, right? Fine. So a very important announcement: August 13th and 14th is a holiday across all D Club centers. Why? Because we are facilitating all students to participate in the design hackathon. So you will not have any offline classes or online classes on those 2 days. Okay, so please don't, if you're going to the physical classes, please don't go to physical classes on 13th and 14th, because there are no classes happening. All right. So instead, you will be working on design hackathon. If you're not registered yet, please do register and participate. It's a free event that you can participate on. And if you're not yet, please send a message to DH22 bot on WhatsApp for getting further information about the hackathon. Okay. And for all the new students here, so you have to get material, you have to bring all the material and tools for all your classes. So what material you need to buy and store at your home has been listed in this help desk cheat sheet. So please access the sheet. There are 2 links in this. So click on the respective link based on whichever course you're joined for, and access all the material and buy that material and keep it at your home. And whenever you're doing your activities, please use a cutting mat so that you don't spoil the tabletops. And what you're looking at the MH outcomes is your idea. Idea is the topmost priority, and the execution topmost priority. And please ensure that the joints are not seen. I have to repeat it repeatedly because I need to make it a habit for you. All right. So whenever you're making any joints, think that, okay, if a joint is seen, so Umesh sir is going to highlight that. Okay, so no joints to be seen. All right. Okay, understand the material properties and manipulate them. You're learning so many techniques for different materials. Those techniques can be used for other similar kind of materials. All right, and observe the quality and type of material and see the properties, the qualities, and then you try to manipulate them accordingly. All right. And other things to keep in mind whenever we are having these video conversations, please switch on your video for interaction and please be proactive, interact and clear your doubts within the class and ensure you also get your sketches corrected within the class. Okay, so as you are working on your material handling, so you can ask your faculty, whoever is there, you can clarify your portfolio doubts, you can clarify your material handling doubts. Okay, so please don't wait for the faculty to come and ask you, but however, we also come and ask you, but then don't wait for us to come and ask you. So we just be proactive and interact. So the exercise will be for 2 hours, and then 1 hour is for our feedback and discussion. All right. So so around the year we'll be having one basic material per Sunday. So this Sunday we'll be working on cardboard. All right. So last Sunday it was paper. This Sunday it is cardboard. Next Sunday it is a holiday, but after that we'll be working on wire. So you have to buy aluminium wire, a malleable one, thin one, and also you need to get a plier for the class on 21st of August. Okay, right. And then yeah, so I wish you all the best for all the students who are attending online. So I can stop that live telecast, and we will continue on